Welcome to Finalweb Mobile. This is a new solution that we have recently developed that leverages the content and flexibility of your website and makes it available in content for a mobile device.
To get started, click on the Mobile App Manager quick link.
And we've made a tool here that lets you preview the app on the website right here in a browser to see exactly what it's going to look like before installing it on a device or even before purchasing a subscription. So you can see exactly what you're going to get before you have to make that decision. So we're going to get started here, the opening steps of just setting up an app for your website. This purchase or try button is the way to start. And it presents you with a few options. First of all, to select a library, a sermon library. You might have extra ones on a dynamic page, and you could choose a different one there. Or for events, you could stick in an iCal format calendar. So if you're using a Google Calendar or some other calendar that uses iCal, you can put the link to the public ICS file right here, and we'll use that instead of your built-in. So I know a lot of customers have a calendar like that, so this will be very useful to have your calendar content in your app come straight from your Google Calendar. Click Continue to generate the app, and a little box gives us some information. I'll click out of that. And then this is initial preview of a pre-configured app. So if you already had some sermons or some events in here, it's going to show up right away. And this is exactly what your app would look like on a device, a mobile device. There's a menu that slides with different types of content here. Previews the sermons. Here's the menu. There's just a lot of functionality here that we'll go over in a little bit of detail. So click outside to go to the app manager, and the screen shows me here that this is a preview version. It's not a trial, which means we can't view it on a mobile device, and it's not in an app store because it's not purchased yet. And so you can spend all the time that you want here just configuring an app and then clicking this preview app button to bring up that preview again anytime you want to see what your app looks like. And then when you're ready, we can go through the other steps, and there will be further instruction on that. But I just want to go over a few of these items here. The app configuration is some basic information about the app, and this is more pertinent for when you're ready to actually subscribe to the app. Homepage configuration has to do with the elements on that homepage. So you can edit the background image that was at the top. It could be any image that you would want to upload or choose from the library. And these are those scrolling boxes that appear, and we generate some by default, but these can be anything that you might want them to be. You can edit them and change the background color and change the text color for the font itself, change the image, and then change where they link to. And there are some pages that are here that you can choose from, and then we have this feature called App Pages, which I'll show in a moment. And we've generated a couple here just so that you can see what they look like. It's basically imagine a web page, but it's content that's going to go into the mobile app. I'll cancel out of this just to get back to some other options that we can configure. We'll now work on configuring the app menu. This is the menu that appears when you select the bars in the top left or slide the drawer out. And there are items in there by default. We'll take a look at them, and you can change them, add to it, the same as you're used to working with other menus on the website. First of all, I want to show you that if you select to edit the sermons item, you'll see that there's a drop-down list here to select the sermon library. And there aren't any dynamic pages on this test site, but if you had a dynamic page library, it would show up in here so that you could select to use that one instead of the main one. And same for the documents as well. I'm going to leave it the way that it is. But if I were to drag up the document downloads option in here, it would present me with the same thing. So I could select the documents library, or if there was another dynamic page, I could select that one as well. I'll go ahead and save it for now, actually rename it to something else. And the other options are very similar. You can see here that you can add blog, the donate, members, or the pages here. And if you notice, there is a new tab for app pages. And these are the things that I'll show you soon on the next item in the quick links. But they are pages of just custom HTML content that will display on the app. So you can drag these up here as well if you wanted. And I'll just go ahead and save it the way it is right now. Managing app pages, as I just talked about, is as easy as clicking here into this page. And you see there's a list of the pages that have been created here. I'll click edit beside one of them and you can see what it looks like. So we have a title and then content. And this content can be just whatever HTML you might want, and it's going to show up in the app as content on that page. So we'll get back. The Color Palette Manager allows you to change colors within the app. So there's a palette that's active by default. I can add a new one by clicking this button and then go down here and edit it. And change the colors to be whatever you'd like them to be, and as you can see, there are descriptions there for what the colors refer to, so that should make things easy. And then if you want to use that palette, you simply click the Activate button to activate that palette. And I'll go back to the App Manager again, and we'll look at another tool. You can manage your calendar events here, and if you are subscribed to an iCal file remotely, that link is going to appear here, and you could toggle off of that if you wanted, or if later on you're using the internal calendar, you could switch to an external one as well. It's up to you, and you can change that at any time. And so that's how you would work with events. And then the download library is similar to what you're used to working with on the website. If you were to click into that, you'd be able to select a library and choose a certain file to edit its properties on. The donations, this is a section where you can set up your funds and manage them. And in order to get it to work with the app, there is an extra step that you'll have to go through with PayPal, but we'll have instructions on how to do that. There's an ID to subscribe to, and you provide that to us so that we can connect your app with PayPal. And donations will be able to be made straight from a mobile device, straight from the app, using PayPal, so it's a really helpful solution. You can manage blogs as well, and then another great feature that we have is for the news and notifications. I'm going to add a news article here, just give it a title of a sample, and save the changes. And then you notice we have a new button that says Send Notification, and I'll just click it to show you what's going to happen. If you actually had an app in a trial or a subscription, you would give a title and a notification message here, click Send Notification, and that would push a notification to all the users that have installed your app on their phone. So this would be great for emergency announcements or just whatever you might need it for, to get notifications sent out to all your users immediately. And then you can manage membership directory here, and we have some useful functionality. If you were to test out this app in the trial or subscribe to it, you'll notice that each contact that is listed in the membership directory in the app will integrate with the address book on the phones. So you can call the contact or send an email to the contact or navigate to their address straight from your device. And this is really the sort of functionality that makes a app solution stand out from a mobile browser solution, like a mobile version of a web page, because we have that functionality and connection with the device itself, similar to with the PayPal donations that you can pay straight from the device. And then again, the preview app. So this is a basic overview of how it works, and if you have any further questions, let us know, and again, we'll have other instructions that will help you with getting it set up into a trial or to a subscription. Thank you so much.